All right, it's on now, by the way.
Oh, that we're Do I look at the camera or the video?
Look at the camera. I know it's like a little distracting to go
It is.
ahead and
I'm
look
trying
at
really
that.
hard not to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm looking at this whole time too as I was
Don't look at
Okay.
it. We're not looking at it.
All right. Hi everyone, I'm Zia and this is my friend Becca. You've met her during our thrifting video that I uploaded a couple of videos ago, so this is her second. So this is going to be a little bit more...
having me back. I'm really honored. Thank you so much.
That's because I only have like 2 friends.
Yes, this is true.
I just wanted to like have this more of a personal video. Our thrifting one was fun, but Becca's like one of my friends that we became very close, very all of a sudden I would say.
Yeah.
Bothering. You have like one straight hair, like it's so annoying. Becca and I met at work. We used to work together at the same place, and we got close because we hated everything. Like we just hated the same thing. The hate brought us together.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It was very sudden because I think when I started before you and when you first started.
Just like a month before.
Yeah, a month before you, but then when you came in, I know this because Zia has told me this many times that she did not like me when she first met me because she had a very specific like idea of who I was, which I think was a little ignorant of her because you didn't know quite yet.
People are gonna think, oh, because she's a white girl.
No,
that's because she worked at Disney.
Oh my god, this is such bullshit too. Like you just had no context behind exactly what it was.
I just heard my manager introduce like, this is Becca. She's from Disney, and I was like, oh god, I hate like bubbly people.
Should I clarify? Okay, but also then she quickly learned that I'm a huge grump. She was like, oh, this bitch is grumpy.
I was like, I love this negative energy. But anyway, like first impressions aside, the thing is, as the more I got to know Becca, I realized that we come from different worlds. I mean, you were born and raised in Florida.
Yeah, I'm from South Florida.
Yeah, and she's been living here for like almost 3 years now, right?
No, only 2.
Only 2 years?
Do I come off as like a New Yorker already?
I mean,
it's the negative attitude. It's me being so grumpy. I'm just grumpy all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was born in Bangladesh, and I came here when I was like 4, going on 5. So I've been in New York for like 21 years.
Yeah.
And it's not even like the background, because a lot of my friends aren't. I mean, most of my friends are from New York City, I should say, actually. I feel like I don't really have a huge like Bengali South Asian audience. I have a few. And the thing is, I get some personal messages here and there. I remember I uploaded a video, but this is like in a private video now, so you're not gonna find this. But I did a vlog with Matt a long time ago, like maybe like when we first started our YouTube channel.
Cute.
And then I got a lot of questions like, oh my god, is your boyfriend like another race? Like it was such a topic. Yeah. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I mean, I knew I was gonna kind of get that from my Bengali audience, like, oh, do your parents know, and all that stuff. So I just wanted to kind of like talk about that.
Yeah. Let's start this video by me being very blessed and lucky to have met Zia. No, really, because I moved here without knowing many people. I moved here with my best friend, so I had him. But then I was like, how do, when you're, post-grad and, I moved right out of college, and I was like, how do I make friends like as an adult? And it's been really great to have Z in my life because she's like been that consistent friend. Yeah. So and I think that's really hard. Yeah. Is to move somewhere new and make like young adult friends. And,
especially in a city like New York. I'm gonna start off with relationship with our parents. Yeah. You call your parents by their first name.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's just I get this a lot because I tell a lot of stories about my parents because my family's they're the most ridiculous people I know, and they think I'm the most ridiculous person that they know. So it's a mutual love. But I tell a lot of stories about my parents like all the time, and I always refer to them as their first names, and I do call them by their first names, Marilyn and Lenny, which I started around like 16, 17, and I think, to be honest, at first it didn't go over really well because my mom's always been a little more conservative than my dad, and that's because they're from different so I'm Jewish and I was raised in a Jewish house, but like my mom was raised conservative and my dad was raised like super reformed. So they kind of balance each other out, I think. I think that's why they've lasted this long. But so like my mom's always been like a little like tightly wound, and she's always been like, I'm your mother. We're not friends, you know? But like as I got older, you do kind of become a little more, I did, like a little more buddy-buddy with your parents. So as I got older, it kind of went down a little easier. And I don't call them by their first names all the time. Like I still call them mom and dad.
It like became a thing for you.
Yeah, it became like my thing. Yeah, I was like, hey Mare, hey Len. I do, it's mostly when we're like kidding around and I get very frustrated with my mother because because she doesn't listen to me. She says she does, but she absolutely doesn't. And she doesn't remember anything I tell her. So it's a lot of me going, oh, Marilyn, you know, it's like, it's a lot of that. But yeah, and I say this to my friends, and I get this all the time that people are like, you call your parents by your first name? Like, isn't that disrespectful? And I never thought it was, because like that was never something my parents were like, they were like, oh no, like just because you don't call us by like mother and father, it doesn't mean I'm being disrespectful.
I never thought it was disrespectful. I just thought it was really cool that you did that. I was like, oh, she must have a really good relationship.
I do.
Like the ones that you see on TV.
You would never do that to your parents.
No. So, well, the thing is, like, this is actually kind of funny. Like, I'll call my mom by her first name, like, jokingly.
Yeah.
But I do it like in an accent because her older sister calls her Shaida, but in like a funny way, so I do that too. So that's like, it's not really me calling her by her first name, it's like me joking around or whatever. But before I begin, like, I don't want to say that this is a result of like strict parents versus non-strict parents.
Oh yeah, no.
It's like more, it's really about culture.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just how you grow up in a different culture. And the thing is, like, I consider my parents are fairly strict, but they're not as strict as many of other South Asian parents that I know and that I grew up around, because I have cousins that have way more like tough parents than I do. Yeah. But
I would agree that like my parents, like growing up around like in a Jewish community and even like my aunts and my uncles, that I definitely think it's just like how they grew up.
Yeah, like I strictly call my parents Abu and Amu all the time. That's just how it is. And I think that doesn't mean that I have a bad relationship with my parents. I'm very close to both of them, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm an only child, and that's just they were my friends.
I have two younger brothers, and I'm the oldest.
I feel like I can never talk about sex with my mom.
Yeah.
It's like we still don't. We still don't talk about it. It's like
You think that's like an East Asian thing? Like that's East Asian thing. Yeah.
South Asian.
Sorry, South Asian. Yeah. You can cut that out. That's a South Asian thing. Yeah.
But I feel like majority of like South Asian girls, like you don't have that close bond with your mother, like the very, like I've always dreamt about having a relationship with a mom where we spoke about sex and boys and stuff like that, but that's never like something that we do. But I feel like the older I'm getting, I feel like I'm trying a lot more to speak a little bit more personally with her. Especially now that I feel more comfortable because I am married, so it's not like taboo to talk about sex as much. Yeah. But like I would just.
Where did you get your sex education from?
To be honest, like not from my parents and not even from school. Like to be honest, I feel like I just picked it up. Or did my own research.
Yeah. For me, talking about sex with my parents, the conversation was, they definitely were like, you have sex when you're ready, which is great. And, you know, it has to like, it's a mutual decision, which was a great lesson to learn early. Like my parents were like, it's a mutual decision between two people. Like it's not like you have a choice in the matter, which is like all about consent. Like that's the beginning of that conversation, which is really good. Yeah. But they were very like, but it should be with someone who's Jewish. And despite that, someone was strictly like a man, like a Jewish man. So, and like as the older I got, and like I'm coming to terms with my own sexuality and having to like to talk to my parents about it, I didn't really start doing it like openly until literally this past December, because that's when I identify as queer. I'm a queer woman. Like I date men, women, and like kind of like anyone like on the spectrum like of like gender identity. Like I've kind of like dated them all, and you know that's where queer is where I feel most comfortable in like label wise, I guess. But I didn't tell my parents like outright until around Christmas. When I went back home for my
so this Christmas?
This past Christmas. Oh, I didn't like outward say to that, like I said this to my mom. I think my dad clocked me early. Like my dad was like, we were to breakfast one morning and he was like, yeah, so like maybe Becca will meet a nice Jewish boy or girl, we don't know. And I was kind of looking at him like, do you know something, Lydia, that like you shouldn't know. But he was not surprised when I was like, guess what? I date men and women. He was kind of like, yeah, okay, like whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
My mom was a little more like uncomfortable with it. I think
Yeah.
she's still kind of coming to terms with it. And I told her outright, I was just like, yeah, oh, by the way, I'm like queer and I date men and women. And she was like, oh, like what does that mean? You know, she was a little more, and I said to her, I've always been I'm a very frank person, and I've always been extremely frank with my parents because I don't like being told what to do, especially by them, even though I do ask them all the time what I should do, and I listen to them constantly. But I have to ask for it. I don't like them being like, you should do this.
Yeah.
But I said to her, I was like, I know your future, like for me, like the future you see for me is like me married with children, and my partner is like this white Jewish male. And she was like, yes. And I was like, you have to come to terms with the fact that might not be the case.
Yeah.
Like it'll be someone who loves me and I love just as much.
Yeah.
Like I think you should be okay with that. So
well, actually, before you go too much into this, because I want to have that in the dating segment.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But like, yeah.
But now you know for the next segment. But it's opened that conversation up with my mom and my dad, which was really nice because before then we never spoke about my dating life. I think they were just waiting for me to come to them. That's the thing I will always appreciate about my mother and father is that they never like pried into my life. Like they never were like, what's going on? You know, like helicoptering around me. Yeah. So, and which made me like, okay, like when I'm ready to tell them, I'll tell them. I was never like, I'm afraid to tell my parents. I just wasn't ready to yet. I felt guilty the first time I tried pot, so I told them. But I shouldn't be surprised because my father smokes weed all the time, so.
So like hearing that, it's like I feel like this is like my dad doesn't even know what weed is for all I know. I mean, like it's so funny because I feel like you have an easier time picturing how your parents are when they were younger, whereas for me, it's like I feel like they were just 40 and then that's it. Like they were born as 40-year-olds. But that's not true. Like I'll hear a story from like family members and like my dad was just like my dad's really funny, so like I know that he played a lot of jokes and stuff like that, and he got into trouble, but he acts as if like he was like the perfect child, like always listen to your parents, and I'm like that's BS. But it's like almost like they don't want to show that they're a real human being, so like we don't talk about stuff like that. Like we don't talk about drugs or anything, and being queer in the South Asian community does not exist. Like that's not, we don't even have a word for that.
Oh yeah,
I mean
it rarely exists in the Jewish community, so like, you know.
It's just like, you're just gonna go to hell. Like, it is such a taboo topic. It doesn't exist at all. I feel like it's like, I mean, we have a word, the only word that I personally know, which is Tizra, which is basically like a transsexual, but that's like, they're kind of like, made fun of in our culture, and like if they're presented on TV, it's like usually like a caricature or whatever, and they're like usually like a stupid, like sassy, like super mean character or something, like from what I know.
And it must be really hard because those people definitely exist in Bangladesh and India and Pakistan. Like they're definitely there.
It's like that's like the worst thing your child can do is be gay. Like it's like being gay and then murder. It's like.
That's so stupid. Yeah. Like that's really not to be like your culture's stupid, but like
no,
but I understand.
That's a stupid part of the culture. Yeah, that's how extreme it is.
No, I understand. It's the
but
same.
then it is also like the religious thing. Like I come from a Muslim family, so of course like that's a whole thing in itself. But just not religiously. It's like the whole like the cultural and whatever. But anyway, so that was. What, like a relationship with our parents? Yeah. All right, so the second one is I'm gonna like have such a hard time editing this because look, it's like already 20 minutes. It's okay.